Just last week, the media and the shill influencers were trying to do everything they could to save Snow White from being a complete and total flop in the box office, and they failed miserably. This movie is already a complete and total disaster, and it is so bad that now even the media has to admit that it is completely falling apart. Yes, Snow White is bombing at the box office. These are some of the headlines that we are already starting to see about this film. Even the Hollywood Reporter has to admit that Snow White is already a complete and total train wreck. How Snow White landed in potential bomb territory. They're of course trying to spin this still as if like there's still hope that this movie's gonna be great, that it's gonna do great. And well, no, that's not gonna happen, okay? This movie is already completely falling apart. 5 reasons why Disney's live action Snow White bombed at the box office. So everyone is already having to admit that it is a complete and total disaster. The media is coping so hard right now, and I love it. But the best part about this entire thing is that Rachel Zegler herself is having a complete and total meltdown cope session over the fact that this movie is already failing, okay? And of course, for her, especially since she's a self-proclaimed narcissist, this is really, really bad for her. She doesn't know how to handle it, and we're going to be getting into that and seeing how she is reacting to the box office disaster that is crumbling right before her eyes. This is absolutely incredible, so we're going to get to that in just a second. But before we do that, I just have to emphasize that this isn't just really bad. This isn't just a complete train wreck in every way possible, but this is one of the worst train wrecks that we have seen for Disney in a very long time. This isn't good news for Disney. Disney has to be panicking right now because this is just one in a long line of flops for Disney. They continue to lose money on all of their films because nobody wants to watch their crap anymore. And I do not feel bad for them whatsoever. They deserve all of the flops, all of the money that they have lost over the past couple of years. Snow White bombs breaks record for lowest live action remake opening. That is horrendous. We're talking about the classic, the one that started it all, and a lot of it of course has to do with a certain individual. So with its dreadful $43 million opening, Snow White now holds the record for the lowest debut weekend of any of Disney's live action remakes. It even did worse than Dumbo, okay? And yes, Rachel Zegler is completely freaking out about this. It's hilarious to see, and we can see that she is trying to hold it together, but you can already see that she is starting to fall apart about this entire thing. And of course, there's tons of people that were posting, showing their empty theaters over the weekend, showing how nobody is here to see the film. They're all just empty. This movie is a complete and total flop, and I told everyone that it was going to be. And there were some people out there that didn't believe me. Well, look at where we are at now, okay? This movie is an absolute disaster. And Rachel Zegler is out here coping, okay? She's coping real hard. Look at what she said here, where she said, #1 movie in the world, guys! It's the #1 movie. That means it's a success, right? It just sounds so good when you say that. It sounds so good when you say that it's the #1 movie in the world. I guess you could say that, but that doesn't mean that it's a success. There's a difference between a film making back the money and doing excellent in theaters and being the #1 movie in the world, especially on weekends where you have zero competition, okay? So Rachel Zegler's out here coping real hard, and it gets even better, okay? It gets even better. So we also have her saying this, where she posted this picture of her at a theater looking up at herself, and she said this: "Behind every strong woman is herself, but with a bob. Snow White is now in theaters. Get tickets now." She is so powerful. She is so strong, guys. And it just resonates with the audiences so well. They just love to see this powerful, fearless, brave Snow White. They just love it so much. So much so that they don't even want to go to the theater to watch it. Bro, this response right here is hilarious. I just saw this. What in the Hunter Biden have you been smoking? You have the worst opening in Disney history. Holy crap, that's so good. Oh man, the cope is unreal, my friends. It is completely ridiculous. And I can't wait for the Rachel Zegler meltdowns to get even more crazy. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.